My name is Mark Kanonik. I am a structural engineer. I work for EYP Architecture and Engineering in Albany. I've been doing this for almost 30 years now. And I also teach at RPI. I've been teaching on and off since 2005. For first couple of years, I taught in the School of Architecture. I ended up teaching 3 different courses there. It was not a good fit for me, and it was not a good fit for the school. So I didn't teach, and I don't teach in the School of Architecture anymore. I took a couple of years off, came back into school. It's in the civil engineering department, and have formally taught 3 courses within the civil engineering department, 2 graduate level courses and 1 undergraduate level independent study course.
Just playing that. Why do you teach?
Why do I teach? To put it bluntly, I think the educational system misses the mark, particularly when it comes to structural engineering. I have to be careful. I don't want to say it's broken because I'm part of the brokenness, but
You're in safe company here. I
until it gets published on the interweb, then
Sure.
But I think the educational delivery system is not in line with what the end users need.
Okay.
What I mean by that is you're not required, generally speaking, to teach at the college level. If you want to be a professor, they're more interested in having a PhD and publishing than actually ever designing a structure. Right? You would never take driver's ed when you're in high school if your instructor didn't have a driver's license and never drove a car. But it's okay to go to an engineering school and be taught by someone who doesn't have a professional license and has never actually designed a building or a bridge. And I thought to myself, this is wrong. I see, I've been doing this for many years, I see the things that new students say when they come out, like I disagree with this. And so my little way of trying to right what I think is a pretty significant wrong is to get involved in teaching. And I started doing that in 2012 in the civil engineering department with 2 graduate level courses because I think I think the curriculum, the engineering education system, focuses too much on one aspect and not enough on another aspect. To quote a structural engineer from 125, 150 years ago, strength is essential but otherwise unimportant. And I think I would paraphrase that today to say calculations are essential but otherwise unimportant. We don't generate construction documents that include calculations. We include details. As a structural engineer working in buildings with beams and columns and footings and veneers and things like that, we focus too much at the educational level on calculations because that's an easily quantifiable metric. You can sit through a steel class, the professor can say, size the lightest weight beam. It's very simple, very easy, very quantifiable. I took a complete opposite approach when I started teaching. And I teach an advanced steel course and a masonry course, graduate level. So the first week in the advanced steel course, we take real architectural floor plans and we put a column grid together. So we locate where the columns are. And why do we do that? Well, we can't design a beam until we know how long the beam is and how much load is acting on it. We can't design the columns until we know how much of the floor the column is supporting. We can't do any of that until we have a column grid. Most of the professors would say that's something you would learn on the job, which I disagree with, because the economic reality is when a graduate engineer is hired, he's expected to be moderately, he or she, I should say, but he is expected to be moderately profitable. The days are gone when you could train someone for a year and then have them be effective. The economic model is people change jobs quite a bit, and it seems to me the younger you are, the more likely you are to change. So I don't have time to wait for a year for somebody to develop the skills where I can say, do this. I expect them to be able to do it almost right away. And not that I would ask one to just go off in the corner and let me know when you're done, but there's no formulas, there's no calculations for putting the column together.